Hello, buddy, and welcome to the very first episode of the Comic Countdown. And I am here today. I am your host, RJ Epic, the RJ Epic Gaming. The RJ Epic. From the RJ Epic Gaming channel, of course. Just to clarify, if you didn't know where you are, and if you don't know where you are, and this is your first time seeing my videos, if you would like, please give me a like or subscribe down below for some more original content. So anyway, I'm gonna explain what this is. If you do not remember, my last video I uploaded was my Comic Haul number 30. And these are the books I picked up. Now what we're going to be doing today is ranking these books, these 7 books, even though there's 9 books here. 7 books, because 3 are the same issue, but different covers. We're going to be counting down from my least favorite to my favorite book, and explaining why they're where they are on this ranked list. So anyway, let us get started with number 7. And I don't have these in the right order, so you guys don't know what one's my favorite, what one's my least favorite. So let us get started with which actually surprised me, but it's understandable to me. I'll explain why. I will start with Guardians of Nowhere, issue number 1. With this awesome variant, this Gwen Stacy variant, Spider-Gwen. And it's really sad that this is ranked number 7. But that does not mean I did not like this issue, because I did. I liked all these books. But this just means I liked it the least. And I will explain why. See that price right there? $4.25. I paid $4.25 plus tax. And you know what I got? We got half of the issue or more was just fighting. Like the first half, at least the first half was just Angela and Jax going at it, and then Gamora froze herself in basically, and then Rocket came, which I liked. I did like this book. Rocket came around, and then they went to another planet, and then some other character that I never heard of helped them out, and it was just like, whoa. And then some random character who I actually forget the name of. Here, I'm going to search. I'm going to find the character, because this is going to drive me crazy if I don't. Yotat. This random character, Yotat, goes and attacks them. Which I do like this character. I like the look. I thought it was Thanos for a second. I'm like, wait, that doesn't look like Thanos. I'm like, did he get a new look since Secret Wars started? But, you know, I don't know. I mean, it was a great issue, but I'm gonna definitely pick up the next issues next time I go if I can. But yeah. Then again, since this is ranked number 7, I might actually have to I might actually get some of these other titles the next issues first before I get this. So yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to move on here with my number 6. And my number 6 is going to have to be Batman Beyond Universe, issue number 3. This is my number 6. Got that little thing gone. We got a hoop now. We got a football. We got the nice little whatever. So, Batman Beyond the Universe, issue number 3. This is my number 6. Like I said, good issue. Really good, in fact. But I thought it could have been better. The first half, or maybe a bit more, of the Batman Beyond story, like, the way these Batman Beyond Universe books go, is half the book is a story about just Batman Beyond, and like, of course, like, the older versions of Batman, Nightwing, and Batgirl, and then the second half is a story about the Justice League, but mostly Superman, of this time. So, It's pretty cool. And to be truthful, I've kind of been enjoying the Superman stories more, which is weird because Superman is not my favorite character. But in this issue, that was definitely the case because the Superman story was awesome in this. But the Batman Beyond story was a little bit lacking. Besides the fact that we got introduced to this cool character named Rewire, who thinks he killed Batman Beyond, and for all we know, he could have. I very well don't. And he killed the mayor in the first issue, which I have to go back and read sometime because I kind of forget fully what happened. But we also got some cool stuff with a little bit, like, cool stuff to see the other characters that Rewire was working with. Because he was working with 4 other characters, and I had no clue who any of them are. But I thought they were all cool, but I just kind of, the looks of them were a bit like, really? That seems like it kind of cheesy. But we did get to see some cool, like, little Nightwing moments in here, too. So, some Dick Grayson moments, so that was also cool. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to say about this book, besides the fact maybe the Superman story, like I said, was really good. And, well, we also got introduced to some cool characters. And I like the Justice League of this world, especially the Flash. I like this version of Flash. I think it's really cool. And Aquagirls, I don't know. What I don't know is, where is Wonder Woman in this universe? Did she die somehow, or I thought she was immortal. So unless she got killed, I don't know what happened to her. Cause I thought Berta, Big Berta was Wonder Woman, but it was Berta. So, and then there's the other guy, I can't remember his name. That's her husband, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna move on to my number 5. And my number 5 is, I just realized this isn't all too mixed up because we're staying on the top row. But my number 5 is The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 17. This was actually better than issue 16. This was way better. This was actually really good. Last issue towards the end was good too, but this is really good. And not only was this good, but the letter column at the end was, I was so into it. And I love reading the Spider-Man fan letters because, I'm such a huge fan of Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man is probably my favorite. It's either Spider-Man or Batman, but though I haven't read much Batman, so I can't really say it's Batman. But yeah, probably Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. But yeah, I'm trying to expand out though, so that could change in the next few months or more. So who knows? But anyway, getting on to about this issue. This issue was good. Getting more into the character of Ghost there, and more of what's going on. So basically, Ghost was hired by that jerk guy that is Spider-Man 2099's Miguel O'Hara's grandfather, Tiberius Stone. He was hired by Tiberius Stone to destroy Parker Industries, which, meaning with Parker Industries building the new Supermax prison or whatever it's called, he went after that first to shut down the big prison project. And so that's basically what went on. And we got to see the Robot Butler again actually, which was awesome because I think that should be used more. And we also got to see the side characters get some action, like Anna Maria. Actually was featured a lot in this book. I like Anna Maria, actually, surprisingly. I didn't like her at first that much. I didn't like her at first that much, but I like her now. And then we got to see Sajani, who I actually thought until the end of this issue, I'm like, why hasn't Peter ever dated her? Unless he has, and I've never seen. But, yeah, I don't know. And then at the very end, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, at the very end, I don't know. Sajani, it looks like she could be getting a nice little killing off by Ghost, but that might not happen because Peter looks like he might get there just in time. But which I hope, but I don't know. It kind of, there's been so much death lately in Marvel. It's like, whoa. and then they're gonna kill off a side character nonetheless, Spider-Man, and affect Spider-Man yet again with some loss. Like, seriously. But anyway, enough about this issue. Let's move on to my number 4. And yes, my number 4 is the last one on the top row over there. You see that? Yep, you see that. My number 4 is Batman Beyond Universe. Sorry. My number 4 is Batman Beyond Universe issue number 2. But I have to say, this issue was amazing. This was awesome. This was the second... No, this was actually my first DC book I read. And I have to say, DC really impressed me with this haul. I'm going to have to start picking up more DC. That's the reason I haven't been picking up as much DC as I want to, because DC hasn't been getting me into it with the stuff I've read. Like, I like the books, but I don't like them that much over what I've been reading that I want to go out and pick them up, like, for sure. But this changed it all. Batman Beyond Universe this time, and that Batman over there, which, if you have not noticed, is still there, were great. And notice that both titles are Batman, because Batman is awesome. This issue, both stories, great. First off, the Superman story was first in this issue, because they alternate between which story is first, so I'll go into that story first. We start off with basically where they left off the first issue, which was the fire, and they saved the cat. The cat was the only thing. Superman was worried about the fire, blah blah blah, and then they go to he asked the woman out on a date that he works with. I forget her name now. And since Lois died, I think she must have had a terminal illness or something. I want to say she probably had cancer and died, which is sad, but what can you do? And also the fact that he asked her on a date, and by asking her on a date, she's like, "Oh, you're old-fashioned, you're old-fashioned, right? So you can plan a date or whatever. I'll let you plan." So Superman has to go around asking Justice League members and other superheroes in general, what do kids do on dates these days? Like, how do you date these days? And of course, one of the best moments of this book is when he goes to the Green Lantern of this universe, this time. I think this is like basically their version of the year 2099, basically. Well, actually it's not, because they have Justice League 3000, so never mind, that sounded stupid. But the first member he goes to is Kai the Green Lantern. It's Cairo the Green Lantern, actually. And I think that's hilarious, because Superman's like, "Have you ever been on a date before?" But anyway. And I also thought it was kind of creepy. I forget this guy's name over here, but he's like, seems like hardcore. He seems like he's gonna like kill somebody. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about Superman story anymore, just in case I want to review this eventually. But which I probably will, or at least do comic sins on it. I might actually not do reviews anymore and just do comic sins. I don't know yet. Actually, I probably won't do that because that sounds stupid. But anyway, I haven't even started comic sins, which was something I was thinking about doing tonight. But this will probably be the only video I do tonight. Anyway, on to the Batman Beyond story. It was great. Fantastic. I don't know which one I like better, actually, but I'm happy to say that this was probably the best Batman Beyond story. I actually can't remember much besides the fact that those villains that were in issue 3, the 4 villains, the first 3 that Rewire was working with, I can't remember their names now. One was InQ, I remember that, but they were disguised as Batman, Batgirl, Nightwing, and Robin, as in Damian Wayne Robin. And I thought that was amazing. That was brilliant. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? I knew obviously it wasn't the real ones because they're old now and decrepit. But I thought that was cool. And then we find out everything and whatever. And then, like, he gets beat up. But anyway, that seems to be the common factor with this book, is that Batman Beyond isn't Batman. He actually almost loses a lot. He's like Deadpool. Almost. Like, he doesn't necessarily win all the time. Though he is pretty good, and I'm impressed with Batman Beyond. Because I never thought I'd like Batman Beyond so much. Anyway, that's all for Batman Beyond. Let's move on to our number 3, down to the final 3. And we are a little over 15 minutes in, which I wasn't expecting to still have this much to go. But at the same time, this is actually pretty good progress. But anyway, my number 3 is The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 17.1. And we're leaving the big 2 that I left for last in my haul for last because I just read these tonight. I read all of these first 5. I freaking read these first. These first 5 I freaking read on the first day, the day after I got them. I freaking read them, and they were amazing. I was like, oh, these are pretty good, these are pretty good. And then I read these 2 tonight, and I was like, holy crap, these 2, not even combined, were better than all these issues. Well, I mean, maybe combined. That's a little oversight. Some of these were all good, but actually, probably, yeah, not even combined, these 2 issues are probably better, because they were that good. But anyway, back to The Amazing Spider-Man 17.1, except maybe this one. This one was really good, and that is why it's my number 3. I love this type of Spider-Man story. This was like classic Spidey. Ton of humor, but also some serious stuff in here with the Wraith, which is also another hero, who is Captain Watanabe. She's gonna like go nuts here. She's like lost her friend. She's lost stuff, and she's just trying to get justice. But where she's had so much pain and loss lately, she's kind of doing it the wrong way, and Spider-Man's trying to stop that. But also, while this is going on, they've stopped Tombstone and put him in jail, and also the judge that was in charge of letting him go in the first place. And not only that, but Hammerhead, which I don't really know who that character is, but I love Hammerhead now because of the story. And Hobgoblin, who I love too now, even though I've never read anything with him in it, really. Besides, like, the Spider Island era stuff around that area, which is another sequel's title I got here. They're fighting over Tombstone's area. Well, of course, Mr. Negative's still helping Captain Watanabe / Wraith, yet probably also using her. But she's like, who isn't using anybody in this day and age? And actually, I have a rip in this bag, so crap. I'm either gonna have to tape that up and be careful, or like a new bag, which sucks. That's been happening to me a lot lately. But anyway, so they fight over that, but Spider-Man comes to stop it. He actually takes Hammerhead out in one punch, and yeah, that's basically it. I can't really say any more without spoiling too much. So, and that's not what I'm here to do, really, because that's for my reviews. But anyway, I might put semi-spoiler alert somewhere here. But anyway, that was my number 3. So my number 2. So which one do you guys think it is? Did I like Archie issue number 2 the best? Or did I like my Batman the best? Well, I gotta tell you, my number 2 is not Batman. We're gonna place Batman right there, and we're gonna bring forth my Archies. And actually, since I read this issue, my favorite cover, I'm gonna put that on front. These other covers. Actually, you know what? We are gonna take this out again, since this is the one I read. And I'm gonna tell you the people that I got these variants, that have made these variants, because these are amazing covers. And I still have 3 more to get. I almost spoiled, well, not spoiled, but showed you guys some stuff. But anyway, they also added a bonus book in here, which I'll explain or whatever. So we have the Howard Chaykin variant, which is this one. We have the Paolo Rivera variant, and the one I'm holding in my hand is Paul Renaud, which is awesome. I love this cover. Paul Renaud, I've got to look for something by him, because I think he's amazing. Anyway, this story, I was surprised. This is what I love about Archie, is that no matter how old these characters get, no matter what this story is about, it's always new, exciting, and fresh. this has basically restarted the whole Archie universe, and I think that's what they've been trying to do lately, is restart the whole brand and just turn it into the modern day story that it needs to be. This was awesome. This was so awesome, yet it felt short to me. I felt like I should have got a bit more from this issue. That's my only issue with this issue. Wow. But also, I guess we didn't really, I guess, need to get more. So they also threw in a bonus story from, I don't know, it's Reggie's second appearance though. They threw in the bonus story at the end that I somewhat showed you, and it was from like early 1940s, mid 1940s, so that's cool. But this story, Archie and Betty broke up, but Betty's still interested in Archie. Veronica and Mr. Lodge, I don't know where her mother is so far. They're not even moved in yet into town. This Lodge Manor isn't built. They're actually building it. Minor characters that have been brought in the last 5 years, or side characters, I should say, that have been brought in the past 5 years, from like the all new, like the new high school students, the bunch that came in that story, the new kids versus the old kids or whatever. I forget what that story was called the new kids class or something. I can't remember anymore. One of them is like Betty's best friend. I'm like, whoa. And then Trevor, who is like Fowley's boyfriend, who got introduced in Life with Archie. No, she got introduced in, I think, when Archie married Valerie in that short storyline. Trevor got introduced, I think, if he was Valerie's brother, and he went out with Betty, and he's actually going out with Betty now in this issue, because her and Archie broke up, even though not only does she still like him, but she fixed his car for him, and that was all the job he's working. Not to mention, in this freaking new restart, we learned that Jughead and his family was actually the richest family in town, until one day his father accidentally made a bad decision for basically a con company or something, and he went bankrupt in a day. And that was when he was like 10, and they were so rich. He had like $1,000 hat. He didn't wear that crown that everybody has gotten to love. He didn't wear the shirt. He wore all fancy stuff. He ate when he wanted, whatever he wanted. And now they're poor. And now Veronica's family's coming in, and they're gonna be the richest. And I'm like, whoa, this is changing like all the origins. This is like, what the heck? Like, Betty, Veronica, and Archie are supposed to be childhood friends, but Veronica's not even living in Riverdale yet. So, I mean, wow, my mind is blown. But anyway, I'm not going to talk anymore about this, because I'm actually probably going to review this, because it was that good. But I'm just going to set this over here, because that's amazing. And as we already know, my number one of this week, of this episode of the Comic Countdown, is Batman issue number 41. You did not expect this, did you? You probably did not. You know I had not picked up that many issues of Batman, or issues involving Batman, but this was brilliant. I thought I wasn't gonna like this, because I like me some Bruce Wayne Batman, but I must say, I don't know how the reactions about this yet, or if people like this, but I gotta say, I love it. I do love this. And if there is not anybody better to take over the role of Batman, I don't think, than Jim Gordon. Jim Gordon's also been like Jim Gordon has always been a side character that you're like, well, they're not gonna kill him off, or they haven't. Like, why? I don't know why they wouldn't, because he's also big enough of a character to affect Batman. I mean, what are they doing with him? I mean, he's Batgirl's dad. Not really doing much. But now he's frickin' Batman. In this robotic suit, which I gotta say, I did not like at first, but I do like now. He even made a joke about it, saying it's like a robotic, he's like a robo-bat bunny. And I was like, oh my god, that is so true. It looks like a bunny. Because there's frickin' ears. Look at that. But what I didn't expect in this issue is actually he also has a bat suit too. So I didn't think he was ever going to get out of the robot, but he stepped out of the robot and he was wearing this black suit with yellow on his chest, a yellow bat, and then like yellow on his arm. It was like a pouch or something. I'm like, oh my god, that bat suit looks awesome. He almost had the same build. He almost had the same build as Bruce Wayne, because I know he's been training and everything, but still. And they actually wanted like a random cop. A young cop, random young, good-looking cop, or just good cop in general. They were even thinking about a female Batman. They just wanted a random character who we didn't know to be Batman, but this was perfect. I'm sorry if you can't even tell what I'm saying because I'm going too fast, or if I'm sounding way too excited, and you're like, this issue wasn't even that good, blah, blah, blah. But also at the end, we have a couple panels looking around, and then some random guy, I don't know who it is, turns around, he's like, Bruce Wayne? And someone who apparently is either Bruce Wayne, or at least looks like Bruce Wayne, is sitting on a bench. So what I think, it's either Hush, which it isn't Hush, because he had a beard and everything, and he looked like Bruce Wayne from the behind, if as far as we can tell. What I think might have happened is I don't think Bruce Wayne died. Which obviously he'd eventually come back, but I think he doesn't. I think he's been alive and he doesn't remember who he is. Now that I'm thinking about it, that could have happened. But also, what I don't understand, this Batman is holding the gun on the cover. We didn't see that in the book. We also had a new villain that was like a bioelectrical villain, but that actually wasn't the villain in itself. That was the decoy to just trick the beholders, the beholder of the eyes, into thinking that was the problem. But there was this guy that held a guy hostage and was like, where's your hero now? Where's your Batman? That's just a robot out there. And that's when Jim Gordon stepped out with his batsuit on, and he took him down with a batarang that shocked him and took him out. But I really don't know what to say about this issue, besides the fact they had doubts in Jim Gordon. But he's going to make a good Batman, I think, until Bruce Wayne comes back, because you know he's going to come back. And from what I've heard, the latest issue that came out, which is issue 44, was really good, so I'm going to be picking up these issues from now on. If every issue is as good as this one, I'm reading Batman. I'm not dropping this. I'm continuing this. I'm also continuing, that's what I said about Black Widow, but I forgot to pick up Black Widow this time, but I'm glad I didn't, because all these were good. So I'm really glad I didn't. And anyway, I can't believe how long this video was. We had almost 28 minutes. We almost made it to 30 minutes on this comic countdown, the first episode. But anyway, and I hope you liked my new intro, by the way. Anyway, I'm gonna actually go now, because I wasn't expecting to record this long, and actually, my throat's probably gonna die if I go any longer right now without a drink or something. It's just gonna give out probably my voice. So anyway, I will see you all later, and thank you all for watching. This is RJ Epic, and I'm out.